Brad Garlinghouse is calling for a moonshot 200,000 BTC XRP price to, well, we'll talk about it. DeFi beating the hell out of CeFi. Tariffs, China says, no, we're not taking your exports. Crypto price action.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
That's right, Brad Garlinghouse is saying BTC to 200,000, and you know what that means, even more green on the screen. But before we get into that, like China saying, nah, girlfriend, we're not taking your shipments. Your viewer, yeah, you the viewer, matter most, so I share your comments. Brian G says, Heartbreak Ridge, I'm a Marine and love that movie. Cluster, yes, Heartbreak Ridge, that was the movie in the beginning. BZ says, hard Anders. That's Anders Home Vic, obligatory supportive comment. Thank you, BZ. Love it. And just show you that I share the haters' comments, this from Space ZYX says, Klaus is a whore to Ripple. Non-stop pushing XRP videos and getting 1,000 per video. Well, hold on. Let me show you how much I make per video. Here, I took a screenshot. XRP ETH, must-see news, I made 129 on that video. This whale sell 1 billion XRP video, I made $111 on that one. This Brad get excited news one, I made $111 videos on that one. And I don't get paid by Ripple, I only get paid by YouTube. And no, I don't make $1,000 a video. I make roughly between $120 and $100 a video. So keep the hate coming. And no, I'm not like the rest of YouTube. I bring the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. I call out Ripple, I call out Brad, I call out Boobla. You're just a hater and a fucking moron. Bitcoin's hitting at 85,260. ETH is 1624. SOL at 131 while XRP is at 214. BNB is at 586 while 8 is at 62.8. Doge at 15.6. Not much support for Doge here as of late, while XLM sitting at 24 cents. China halts Boeing jet orders. China doesn't seem to be backing down with the old tariff battle. Boeing, a top U.S. exporter, was angling to challenge the Airbus dominance in Chinese markets. But now China is like, no, we don't want your shipments. Beijing has also asked that Chinese carriers halt purchases of aircraft-related equipment and parts from U.S. companies. The Bloomberg report said, which is expected to raise maintenance costs for jets flying in the country. However, the Chinese government is also considering ways to provide assistance to airlines that lease Boeing jets and are facing higher costs. This sent the price of Boeing stock down. Yeah, China doesn't seem to be backing down. China, or Trump, taxes, tariffs. Oh, only 11 stablecoin issuers survive MiCA's first 100 days. MiCA saying, yo, girlfriend, get out of my backyard. MiCA is now the law of the land across all 27 EU countries. And that's right. I bring you the news from the United States, from the Eurozone, from China, from Africa, from Australia, from all over the place. Hell, I even brought you the news from Central America while I was on vacation. Well, guess what? The cumulative stablecoin market is now inching towards the $250 billion mark, and Tether is at the top. Patrick Hansen, Senior Director of EU Strategy and Policy at Circle, dropped a list of authorized stablecoin issuers and crypto asset service providers. Around 16 EMTs have been issued so far, consisting of 10 euro-denominated ones and $6 denominated ones. Here's that one from Patrick. Check it out. I've got this and everything else listed in the link down below. So no, I don't get paid by Ripple. I get paid by YouTube and by you. That's why I share the super chats in the comments in the beginning, because I appreciate your support. What else do I got for you? Oh, CeFi getting kicked in the nuts while DeFi is making money. Crypto lending market plunges 43% amid CeFi collapse, Galaxy report reveals. This is good for us because a lot of us are like, yo, centralized ownership of crypto sucks balls. But decentralization is awesome, girlfriend. The recent decline in the market can be attributed to the collapse of significant lenders on the supply side. combined with waning demand from funds, individuals, and corporations. Centralized finance lenders face severe challenges during the 2022-2023 market downturn, leading to the failure of major players. Several of the largest CeFi lenders experienced significant financial distress. High-profile firms such as Genesis, Celsius, BlockFi, and Voyager filed for bankruptcy, and I shared with you each one of them. As a result, CeFi lending, which once peaked at approximately $35 billion, experienced a dramatic 82% contraction, falling to just $6.4 billion. Damn, girlfriend, that is bad. And I shared all of that with you as it happened. The market has become increasingly consolidated, with Tether, Galaxy, and Lendit now holding $9.9 billion in outstanding loans, representing 88% of it. Now let's talk about the DeFi part, the part that you and I like. In contrast, DeFi lending has seen a robust recovery. By quarter 4 of 2024, open borrows across 20 lending protocols and 12 chains has soared to $19.1 billion, reflecting a remarkable 959% surge from the $1.8 billion low recorded in quarter 4 of 2022. So basically, what are we seeing? Players don't want centralization in crypto, they want decentralization, and that is in the lending space as well. So take a hint out there, industry players. Centralization is bad, decentralization is good. And for the idiot out there, Space ZXY, that says I'm a whore to Ripple, what about all those videos where I ripped on Ripple, where I ripped on David Schwartz, where I ripped on Brad Garlinghouse being an absolute tool? Space ZXY, maybe you lack the thing between your ears, my guy. U.S. Malls BTC reserves funded by gold reevaluation and tariff income. Drink. I said tariff. Oh, I said it again. Drink again. Top economic advisors to President who? Shitty article. Yeah. Basically, what's happening here is this, all right? You got Trump's advisors saying, look, we could do some revaluation on some paper gold stuff. We could also use some of the money we're getting from the tariff increases. Drink again. And we could use that in order to buy strategic reserves. Basically, what's going on right now is they're trying to find a way to add to strategic reserves without adding to debt. The United States government does not want to add to debt right now, right? So they don't want to issue anything new. They don't want to sell this to get to this. They basically just want to remain budget neutral. So if they can find money from savings from Doge, if they can take new tariffs money coming in and do that, then they're cool with it. They're not going to sell physical gold to do it. They'll just use some of that paper money and use that. Brad Garlinghouse believes Bitcoin can break out to 200,000. It's not unreasonable. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has predicted BTC's mega explosion to $200,000 level is possible. I don't know if it's possible this year. Maybe in the next couple of years, yeah, but this year I think might be tough. Rates are going to be hard. You've got the whole tariff battle. Drink again. I'm sorry, everyone. And you've got the whole China Trump thing, which I think the battle is going to go on past the whole T word there. I saved you a drink right there. There's just a lot going on that we need to free up economically. This is what Garlinghouse said. I think 200,000 is not unreasonable. This is what he told Fox Business, adding that he would not forecast the price of XRP, which powers the XRP ledger. It's too close to home. That's actually a good thing because we don't want Brad forecasting the price of XRP. The Ripple boss also remarked that he avoids making short-term BTC predictions as he is mainly focused on long-term macro trends. And what have we seen? We've seen that the short-term has been extremely freaking volatile, right? And let's be honest here. BTC really needs what? We need to see some real big strategic reserve movement happen to get that price to go. Let's do this. Let's look at BTC super fast here. And then we're going to look into XRP. Let's zoom out for the 1 year with BTC. Check this out. Okay, so we saw big pumperonian price action with BTC during the election. We saw two tops right here above the 100,000 mark. And then we saw just kind of a pullback, right? And we've been kind of floating sideways here for a little bit. For the last month plus, we've been floating sideways with BTC. So even the BTC players are like, okay, girlfriend, What are you going to do with the strategic reserve? Anything juicy? Anything we're into? So even the BTC market is like, yeah, we honestly need more. So is that going to come from the strategic reserve news? Sailor sure as hell hoping so. Which, by the way, Sailor's company, 4 quarters in a row of losses. And on May 1st, they announced if they went 5 quarters in a row of losses or if they actually made money. Word on the street is they lost money for a 5th quarter in a row and that they may have to sell BTC to keep the lights on and to pay employees. It's kind of messed up. Now, in terms of institutional money in BTC, we're still seeing a trend of outflows in the near term with that, but it's slowed down dramatically compared to what we saw before. In fact, this outflow bar right here wiped out almost all of the inflows we saw for 2025. Yeah. Not good. We've had some really brutal weeks here in terms of institutional money. So in terms of Brad with his short-term price predictions, hey, he's smart to stay away from it because I think he also said that in 2024, we would have a $5 trillion market cap. Let me look at the market cap real quick here in case I got a little too baked and don't remember what the market cap is. Oh, it's 2.6 trillion. Yeah, so we didn't get to that $5 trillion mark. Now, XRP is doing well. We are down 25% now overall in volume. So we're kind of getting to that Easter snooze a little bit early this week. Yeah, I know I got the pastel colors in the background. It's green because we're trying to go green for Rally Green. We're right now sitting at 213. We did get rejected twice at 218 earlier today. I'm keeping my eye on that because when you zoom into those candlesticks right here, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. 2 rejections right here at that same point. And in fact, if we go back just a little bit more, almost to that 24 to 36 hour mark, you can see 3 rejections, 4 rejections total right here at the 218 mark. So the market right now is like, yo, 218, we really don't want to go higher with that with XRP, but we are getting support well north of the 210 mark on that, but the volume is meh. And right now the news is kind of meh as well, and we're not in the buy zone. We're also not in the sell zone. And if we were in a dating relationship with XRP, you know what we would be in right now? We would be in the friend zone. That's right. We're not getting a handy. We're not getting a little bit of blowy action. And we're probably looking at friends going, hey, can we play with you instead? No, I'm just kidding. The thing is this. Right now, XRP needs something. Just like BTC needs something. Are we going to get juicy news from the court case? No, we're just in the formalities part of it. Are we going to get news from SWIFT, ISO? It's possible. Are we going to get news with the strategic reserve? Well, holy crap, ever since we had the announcement from Trump on Truth Social regarding that, it's been a big nothing burger. In fact, nothing has been said in regards to that. All we're getting are these small little nuggets right here of where they're going to get the money, not really what the plan is. And the U.S. isn't going to go into debt to add to a strategic reserve. So right now we're looking at this going, okay, are the institutions going to prop up the price of XRP? Because retail is really not going to do it. Retail is still paying a shit ton for like inflationary stuff. And the retail market is super tapped out right now. And let's be honest here, rates are still super high, so we're still paying a lot for our loans. So we got to figure out where's the next pumperoni going to come from? So I don't know, Brad. 200,000 for BTC? I don't think that's going to happen this year. So dude says I get paid by Ripple. You know what really pisses me off about that? The fact that I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. In fact, about a week ago, I brought you a video where I actually lost a ton of subs and I got roasted in the comments. So yeah, I definitely bring you bad news, news that you don't want to hear. Why? So that you can make the best decision out there. I also call out other people with their hopium stuff, the $40,000 buyback. Oh, we're backed by gold. Oh, all this other crap. Yeah, I bring you the news so that you can make the best decision out there. So when people say that I'm a tool for Ripple, I just look at them and say, no, you're the tool. And it's true. The majority of videos that I do, I make around $100, $110 on. No, I'm not getting paid by Ripple. No, I'm sure as hell not getting paid by Stellar. I'm doing this because I believe in providing a service to you. Now, eventually, I hope to make more than $100 a video. Trust me, I do, because I do put a lot of time into this. But the value of the channel is providing you the news. as accurately and as quickly as possible, no matter if it's good, bad, happy, or sad. And that's why you keep coming back, because you know I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. You know I'm going to call out the bigs out there, and you know I'm going to bring you the stories. I brought you the Celsius bankruptcy, and that came up in today's story, didn't it? How centralized lending has gone to the poop stack, while DeFi has started roaring, right? And that is all started from what? Because of the bankruptcies that I shared with you many years ago. I brought you the FTX collapse. I brought you the 3 arrows, the Babel, all the coin block stuff. Yeah, I've shared it all with you. I also brought to you what? The El Salvador BTC strategic reserve story. That's now going on how many years? And I'm still talking to you about BTC and strategic reserves. So I do get offended when players out there say that I'm getting paid by some higher power to say this or that. No, the reality is some people out there just can't handle the news. And some people out there, honestly, just like pointing blame on other people because they can't take responsibility for their own actions. And that's sadly the case. Now, in terms of the case with price action, let's be real here. We need a market catalyst. And as much as I've got the green lights in the background to keep the rally going, it's like in baseball, you know, when you got like the rally cap on. I don't have a cap on. I don't know why I touched my hair like as if I had a cap on. You know how in baseball you put your rally cap on? This green background is like my version of the rally cap, right? Like I want the green on the screen because I want some juice going into Easter, because I know Easter is going to be really boring. And in fact, we're already starting to see the volume kind of get a little bit boring. So yeah, there's that. And we are kind of in the friend zone right now when it comes to prices. But let's see where the catalyst comes from. And hopefully it's a catalyst to the positive side when it comes to price action. But whether it's positive price action or negative price action, I'm going to bring you the news. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches, girlfriend.